realised my mic was on mute.
Oh, buddy, what was your genius line?
You went, he's going to try and get out. And I went, is he going to try and break free?
That wasn't as good as you thought it was.
No.
Sorry, dude. So, next is the cultist, and he gets a natural 20, so he is not restrained. And the ambush drake fails and is restrained. Okay, so next in the order we have the kobolds. Now, this little fella here, so it's difficult terrain, so his movement speed is halved, isn't it? So he's going to 1, 2, 3. This guy is going to 1, 2, 3. And then out of the doorway comes another one. He's going to go 1, 2, 3.
Have they got to make a strength save if they enter it?
He's not a kobold.
I believe they have to make a strength save if they enter it.
Oh, let's have a quick. Let me.
No, a creature in the area when you cast must.
Oh, so just someone's in the area when it's cast.
That's right. So it grows up around, and then in theory, when they move into the area, they then start sort of moving around, but they have difficulty. It's difficult terrain. So this guy, in actual fact, I'm going to retcon that because it's not this guy's turn to move, so he won't have moved. Therefore, he's in the way of the door, which means the other kobold can't get out. This kobold, however, is going to use his sling because he can't quite get to you, Toby. He's going to and let fly. Oh, and misses. Next is the human, and he is going to 1, 2, 3, and he is going to take a swing with his scimitar at our Goliath friend.
I glare at him.
And he misses. The glare. No, he hits.
Me.
He hits you for 7 damage.
Half.
Are you still raging, aren't you? So he hits you for 4 damage.
Yeah.
Love a good old rage. Okay, so that's him. Leah, what's Leah gonna do?
I'm going to shoot my bow at this one here with seeming ease because he's next to a friend of mine, so I get advantage.
So you get advantage, you get sneak. Well, no, you get sneak attack, don't you?
Oh no, yeah, I get the sneak attack, but
yeah.
Do I hit?
Do you hit?
Does a 9 hit?
Do you know what? Yeah, it does.
Oh, that's nice. That's 5 damage.
So that'll take him down to there. Oops, I've just given him 43 points of health. That's wrong. Cool, okay. And next is the Drake, who is going to try and break free. Go on, Liam. There's your chance.
Nope. You told me it was rubbish.
Oh, God. Fine.
Not having it. Francis the Crocodog.
Francis the Crocodog. Fails his strength save.
Guys, I want to keep him.
He will be my friend, and I will hug him and squeeze him. And cool.
Probably rip it.
Sidrian.
Oh, you're muted.
I've realised this. I'm sorry. I was like, right, okay, I'm muted. So, feeling emboldened, Sid is going to run up to this kobold and stab it with his longsword.
Have at it.
Yes!
Oh,
I don't know why I have advantage turned on, though.
That's fine. Because
oh, yes, no, but I will use it from I'm allowed advantage at some point. I'll turn it back to normal.
That's fine. Awesome. So you just run in and straight through his chest, and he lets out a little yip and falls dead to the floor.
Yes! Now who's fearless? Also you, but me as well. But both of us. We can share. Yeah.
And Moroth.
Gonna step forward to here and swing at Francis.
Okay, yeah.
Without the advantage this time.
Do you as you do it, you go, "I'm so sorry, Francis."
I'll miss you.
As you hit him for 11 points of damage.
Oh.
Or he looks up at you with these puppy eyes and lets out a whimper. No, he doesn't. He looks at you with eyes full of fear and hate and malice. And
come on, crocodog.
Is the crocodile restrained?
The crocodile is restrained.
I wouldn't
You have,
need
advantage.
So you would have had advantage. So let's see if you can crit.
Da, 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 da.
You would not have critted, but that's fine.
But I got exactly the same damage.
Wow.
Bizarre.
Yeah. Super duper. Okay. Polo, you're next, buddy.
Okay.
Pet.
So the thorn whip the dog.
Francis, how dare you?
Okay.
2 damage.
Yes, it does 2 damage. And he is very. He's
Wait,
looking very
advantage.
unhappy. Oh, you do, yeah. Go on, roll again. See if you crit. Wow,
2 damage.
You got 2 as well. You got the same damage
What's
as
that
well.
third dice for? You're rolling 3 dice for some reason.
It automatically rolls the dice if you crit. So it's
Ah,
rolling
fair
that
enough.
one just in case you crit, and then
D.
right, okay, so you do 2 damage to the crocodile, who is looking very unhappy at the moment, and next is the kobolds. Or are the kobolds? Is the kobolds? Next, the kobolds get to have a turn. So 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. How am I going to work that out? Because he's taken 15, which means 15 left, 7.5. We'll round it down to 5, which means he can only move to there. Okay, so this one is going to take a swing at you. And he is going to have advantage.
In character.
He's going to have advantage because he is within 5 meters of any of his buddies and has tactics.
Oh.
So that's 1. So both of them would have hit. We take the 22, which does 4 piercing damage.
2 damage.
2 damage because of your raginess. This guy is going to take a swing. No, he's not. He's going to use his sling to hurl a rock or something at Polo, and does 6 bludgeoning damage.
Ow.
And the one behind,
I cry.
you cry, and the one behind doesn't do anything at this point. So we move on to our human friend here. Human friend, who is going to take another swing at. I keep wanting to say Henk, but it's not Henk. It's Moroth with his scimitar, and hits for 3. No, he hits for 2. 2 more slashing damage. And we move on to Leah.
Yay, I'm going to take a snippet at the kobolds here.
Okay, yeah. So
That
you will
seems like
have
a good
sneak
idea.
attack on this guy. Ooh, 21. So that is 13 points of damage. So that just goes straight through one ear.
Off.
And he
Go
falls. He falls to the floor, all deaded and stuff.
You're welcome.
Right. Moving on. Did you want to do anything else? Any movement or any bonus actions at all?
I
always
feel
after
sitting
everyone's-
at the back is the best place to be.
Yeah, cool.
To be completely honest, I'm not being targeted,
Ranger
so it's
rogue.
fine.
Ranger Rogue, who's equally as squishy as the Druid, and only slightly less squishy than the Bard.
I have 11 hit
but
points,
you-
so I've got great con.
You're doing the damage, so hey, why not? Next is the Ambush Drake, who is, instead of going to free itself, it's going to take a snap at Moroth.
Will he attack me with disadvantage? Because
he
he's
will
restrained?
attack you with disadvantage because he is restrained.
Francis, you don't want to do this.
Francis, no, that's a bad Francis. That's a bad crocodile.
Lay.
And he realizes the error of his ways and pulls out right at the last moment. Giggly. Yeah, we're past 9 o'clock. I think we can get away with that. So he does take a bite at you, takes a snap at you, but it's half-hearted. He says, "Arr." He's doing it for show. It's like, "Arr." Yeah.
He's still got his puppy teeth.
Well, he's taken a liking to you. You've sort of made him feel like, you know, you're the boss of him, and stabbed as well. But he's
smells like old meat.
Yeah. Okay, and next we have Sidrian the Bard. What's Sidrian going to do?
He is going to run along the outside and say to this human, "Your mask looks stupid!" and then stab him with the longsword.
And that hits. And your words are almost as cutting as your blade, but it's your blade that does the most damage, and he is you see a glazed look come over his eyes as he just manages to keep his feet, but still is losing a lot of blood. Your arm's off, you know, sort of thing.
Right.
And next we have, just a scratch, just a flesh wound, and Moroth.
I look at my restrained crocodile with sadness in my eyes, and look at him dead in the eye, whisper, "I'm sorry."
As you roll up the newspaper.
On the nose.
Yeah, like I said, look him straight in the eyes as I whisper, "I'm sorry, I love you," before drawing my greatsword.
What have you got? Because he's restrained, and yet your greatsword does, unfortunately,
take his entire head off.
He just completely mince him into 2 pieces.
Life.
But both pieces as they fall, as you sort of cut him in half, and both eyes look at you with sadness, and this little noise just comes out of his.
I waft behind me and say, "Sorry, big lunch."
And we move on to Polo.
Okay, would you let me knock back some good berries? The bonus of the 5 good berries that saved. Would you let me munch them as a bonus action? Or
as a
not?
bonus action?
Pushing your luck.
Let me have a look. With an action, you can eat 1 berry. As a, if you're going to eat 5, I'm not going to let you use a bonus action to do that, mate.
Yeah, okay. In that case,
whip them.
Whip Nene.
Yeah, just lob them, start pinging them at things, just yeeting them across the courtyard.
Go for a
5.
You get a good berry, and you get a good berry.
Storm it, and it's gonna go at the dude in the mask.
And okay, cool. So I'm fairly confident. I'm just checking something. Are you pulling it closer to you? Because when Thorn Whip hits, you can pull the creature. If it's large or smaller, you can pull the creature up to 10 feet closer to you.
No, I'll.
Okay, that's fine. And so he drops dead where he is instead of being pulled, raked across the cobblestones of the courtyard.
Good, I want that mask.
And then I'm going to book it 25 foot that way because I'm pretty fucked up.
Oh, you're joining me in the back, I see.
Live!
I apologise for any language. I know this is for a kids' charity, but hey, we're playing. is what happens. So, the kobolds next try and move back into the room. So 1, 2,
no, that's just rude.
1, 2. They try and get out of the way, trying to make a kind of a bottleneck. And this one here is going to use its sling to fire at the rogue who's been taking everyone down.
I'm fairly sure Lee has 100% kill
I've got
record at the moment.
It's fine.
And
But
having taken no damage.
he is going to have disadvantage because he is outside of 30 feet.
I don't know what he's doing.
And therefore misses. He's dead. Leah. Oops.
I'm going to fire back at the one that had the audacity to try and hit me.
Yes.
Please do.
Strong
Ah,
Using my advantage. That's a lovely knot. Yes. 15 to hit.
Okay. Either one of those would hit. I was going to say he's in half cover because he's on the other side of the door. But even with the +2 to his AC, that would hit. And you managed to get him.
Advantage, I still get the sneak attack.
You do. And so he... it hits him square between the eyes and he falls backwards onto the floor and he is dead.
Get out!
Another one.
Out! Next is our bard.
Could I, before our bard makes a decision, as a free action, look at her very earnestly and say,
Him.
my apologies, and say, I'm hurting a little bit.
It stings so good.
Don't worry, I won't tell anyone.
Goliath have big boo boo.
And I will
Ouchie.
put my hand on Morgoth's shoulder and cast Cure Wounds.
Aww.
Thank you kindly.
You're
Ooh,
most
that's a
welcome.
good roll.
Yeah,
Carry you again when needed.
I'm so looking forward to it. I would also, at some point, like to retrieve the mask from this cultist. But I can, if that's too much for a bonus action.
No, I'd let you sort of reach down
Yes!
and grab this
Disguise, my
strange-looking mask.
favorite.
You can be a cultist now.
Thank you.
Dabby dozy. And next is Moroth. So Moroth is now up to full health thanks to the cure wounds that he has just had cast on him and can now do all sorts of fun things.
I'm going to step here.
Mm-hmm.
Swing for this fella.
Okay, I'll tell you what I'm going to do is I'm just going to move this a second. I'm going to move you and I'm going to get rid of that. So you're there.
Yes. And I'm like,
There's a wall.
Yeah, this is a doorway. He's kind of half in the doorway.
can I
Get in
do
the
the
door.
doorway instead?
So yeah, you can do
Allowing
that.
space should anyone wish to go through and
Yep.
pass me.
That's fine. So you wouldn't have. That's fine. Yeah. So take your swing with your whopping weapon.
I will. I have 2 advantages left. I will use one and cross my fingers and hope for the best.
Nice.
And that definitely hits. And so you lean through the door with this great sword. You use it more like a gladius, like an oversized gladius, and you just sting straight through his body. And he looks down at the sword and goes, "Ah!" And as you retract it, he just collapses in a heap.
I turn around, look at Sid, and go,
So, well done. You have solved my kobolds in the courtyard puzzle. But from within, you can see, or where you are, Liam, where Moroth is stood, he can see that this door here has been broken apart So it's been